Okay guys, so I'm back and I now am going to cover the basically your household things that you would want to have in case of an emergency, to just prep for those things. Like if you can't leave, this coronavirus has people going nuts. um, the people who stockpile or double stockpiling, it's kind of going nuts. um, and so we in this generation, some of us don't know how to cook, some of us don't know how to manage things. And so, like I said in my first video, if you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it. It is covering like my top 10 food items. There's kind of some additional ones because I couldn't just leave them out, but my top 10 items that I would keep that would be shelf stable. And some of this, if it's shelf stable, you're gonna have to know how to cook. Get with someone, learn how to cook, or watch YouTube and you will learn how to cook. Frugal Fit Mom, she's got some. If you're cooking from scratch, you're gonna have to do this. Now, household items. This is gonna kind of combine of the kitchen, the things around the house and stuff like that, just everyday needs that you might need. One, for cooking, cast iron skillet and or a Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, I would recommend getting a lid for your cast iron. But you could get a Dutch oven and have the lid and basically do everything you would need to do. But it's nice to have a skillet too, because that way if you're cooking meat and you're baking, like, you could bake biscuits in a cast iron oven, so, or a Dutch oven. A percolator, if you use or if you like coffee or tea, you could get a percolator. You definitely want to get a pot for boiling water. If for some reason you need to go down and get water because you don't have running water, you need to be able to disinfect it, boil it, whatever, for drinking or cooking. They also have tablets, chlorine tablets you can get if you need to use those. Next, a lighter, flint rock, or even if you want to go real major prepping, 2 sticks and a string and do that little rubby thing. But really in this situation, I don't think you would need that. You just need a lighter and flint rock. That way you have something to start a fire. And they have the little stick lighters with the trigger on them. I would recommend that. If you have a gas stove, gas oven, you're gonna need something to kick on to strike the flames. So you're gonna need to be able to do that, and without electric, it ain't gonna happen. Okay. For lighting, if you lose electric, you're gonna need candles, flashlights, or you can go with oil lamps. Oil lamps put off a lot of heat. They do, require oil. Flashlights, they don't really put off heat, but they give you light. And you would need batteries, so that's kind of a con. Candles, you can get those big humongous ones, like with the 3 wicks, and they will light up a good sized room. So you could get those, but they are expensive, not gonna lie. Any of this would be expensive. So that's my other thing. Like I said, you need to go ahead and start stockpiling or prepping, if that's what you want to call it. You want to do it ahead of time, because when it comes to like this situation, people are already getting this stuff and it's gone. So it's really important that you go ahead and make sure you have things just in case of emergencies. You got an emergency contact, right? You need emergency toilet paper, because evidently everyone thinks it's an emergency for toilet paper. It's a fire starter. But you know what else is a fire starter? You have your crayons. If your kids have broken crayons, yeah, they might use them, but they ain't gonna miss them if you got a whole bunch of other crayons. use the crayons, use toilet paper rolls, or paper towel rolls, or just paper. And lint from your laundry room. Wrap it up, use newspaper if you want, set it on fire. It starts. Sorry, that was my little rant. Batteries for if you have any kind of electronic devices that you will need, like a flashlight. Blankets. Definitely want to get some blankets, just warm blankets. You probably have them, but like our family, we have a ton of those little fleece minky blankets, and I have this huge one that came from Kandahar, and it's really warm, but you want to make sure that if you do lose heat and things like that, you have sources of warmth. Medicines, which I kind of have a separate area for this, but you want to make sure you have your medicines that you need in general for regular use. Like I said, I'll come back to that. They're doing some work over there. Hopefully you can still hear me. Number 8. Like I said, for some reason everyone's freaking out and buying up all the toilet paper. I don't get it. Well, I probably do get it, but it's a part of personal hygiene. I understand that. But instead of getting toilet paper, you can get a bidet. They're actually pretty affordable. You can get them for like $30, $40 max on Amazon. I just bought one today. But one of the pluses is you can use them all the time. They're actually really good for women who've just had babies and had to have some, restructuring stuff down there. You know what I mean? Because them babies, they kind of wreck it, evidently, per se of my fiance. He was like, they're wrecking it. So, yeah. Anyways, it also is good for your own personal hygiene. If you're prone to like infections and stuff like that, it just helps get all that clean. And let's see, if you don't want to get that, you can get toilet paper, reusable cloth. If you want to go that route, you can do that. Of course, you want to keep in mind with reusable cloth and bidets, they require water resources to either clean the cloth or to use the bidet. So you still want to have some paper on hand. Pot for boiling water, like I said, I've already covered that. I kind of covered it at the beginning with everything else on number 1. And then quick cooking options. I know I covered like food in the last one, but you want to make sure you have quick cooking options. If you can get MREs, go get you some MREs. Some of these surplus military stores have them. You can order them online, and they have some pretty good options. Some of it's good, some of it's just horrible. Beware of powdered eggs. Do not eat the eggs. Enough said. Yeah. Sometimes you're going to have kids that are picky eaters. That's why I'm saying this. And, you want to make sure that you try and supplement for that. My boys love beef ravioli. Something I did leave out is you want to make sure you get soups, like vegetable soups, chicken noodle soups. You can get that canned, or you can cook it ahead and can it yourself. That's definitely something, especially if you have to worry about codes and things like that. Put some salt back in their systems. But another thing, actually, not skipping all that, but something else to keep yourself hydrated, you want to get Pedialyte, Gatorade, or Powerade, something that has electrolytes in it. I love Pedialyte. I love the taste of it and all that. To me, Gatorade is like too tangy and stuff. I don't know. I used to love it, but I heard that Pedialyte's a lot better, and once I done that, I never went back. So I love the orange, but I recommend stocking up on that. It's one of those deals you have to drink it within 24 hours, but I mean, guys, if you want to get soda and water, I mean, yeah, stock up on water if you're worried that something's going to get into the water systems or your pipes are going to freeze. But if you're going to stock up on anything to drink, make sure it's things that are nutritional. You know, Sprite and things are good, but you want to make sure you got stuff that's actually putting electrolytes back in your body and actually keeping you hydrated. Don't be out here drinking the Corona Light thinking it's gonna help you with your immunity to the coronavirus, because I don't think it will. It's not a vaccine, guys. Alright, so that covers the household. I'm sure that I'm missing things. Guys, if you're watching and you want to, go ahead and add in something, do it. I don't mind. I would love for you to add in stuff. If you have a comment, go ahead and comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If I've said something wrong, go ahead and correct me. But this is all coming off the top of my head. It's been a really big thing. It's been on my mind since, like, earlier in the week, especially with everyone freaking out. I'm like, you're thinking about this, but you're not thinking about these. So, you're gonna have a lot of toilet paper, but you ain't gonna have a lot of food to feed everyone. Yins are gonna be eating toilet paper. You realize that, right? Okay. So, oh, I did forget something major, and I even thought about it earlier. Grains, like bread. Make sure you get bread. You can freeze that. And if you get milk, you can freeze that too. So make sure you add those to your food list. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to click on the past one and watch it too. One more thing, guys. If you have phone jacks at your home and your phone lines are active, get a phone that is corded. Not a cordless phone. A phone that is cordless, which means it has that little piggy tail cord that hooks into the head and the base, and then it hooks into the wall. It will take batteries most likely, but if you do have a power outage, you are able to call through the landline to 911 or anyone else who has that type of phone. And secondly, if you have a smartphone or something like that, you need to get the charge boxes that you can recharge. That way, if you lose power, you can rotate through them. Get a couple. That way, you have one, and then you can charge and have the other, if you have the means to charge it. Alright. Do it. Don't forget. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.